Hey guys, welcome back. So this is another part of our two-wheel to four-wheel drive conversion on the XJ. This is our axle that is going in. So today, since we had to take it out of something else, we decided to throw it up here on the bench, and we're going to do a lunchbox locker that I bought off eBay.
It was $94 if I'm thinking, if it's the right one. One of it was 94, one was 120.
Yeah. So yeah, we got the Dana 30 /44 lunchbox locker for $100 with free shipping. You know, because that's how you do things.
Especially when you're poor.
Yeah. So we got it up here on the old bench. We're gonna show you how to do it. We're gonna learn how to do it at the same time. And there's not a lot to it. So I guess we'll get ready and knock this thing out, quite literally. All right, guys. As you can see, there's no cover on it. Everything, for the most part, has been drained out. First thing we're gonna do, you can use a center punch, you can use whatever you want. You need to mark your caps. They have to go back on in the same place they came off. Fortunately, from when we did our engine build, we have some punches. So I'm gonna put a number 1 here, a number 1 there, a number 2 here, and a number 2 there, and I'll know. And then I'm also gonna keep them separated up here on the table. So let's hit something. Now, I guess technically you only got to mark 1, but it's good practice to mark both of them. Now we'll get a socket and an impact and take them off. 5/8 it is. All right, now the fun part. Oh, maybe it won't be as bad as I thought. Okay, I'll buy that for $1.
Uh-huh.
There was no shims.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, yay. I don't have to keep track of them.
Ah, okay.
Oh, they're under the bearing. They don't go here like I'm used to.
Which means you still don't have to keep track of them.
Yeah, okay, so that's nice. All right, left side race, right side race. I need to clean this up. Our gears look good. That's good. Bearings feel decent. All right, guys, we're gonna get this down so Matt can figure out how to clean out the inside of these tubes because they were nasty. All right, guys. So depending on who you talk to on whether you need to mark the orientation of the ring gear before you take it off, because we have to take the ring gear off because we can't get our center pin out with it on. I've heard to mark it, I've heard not to mark it. So I'm gonna err on the side of caution. I'm gonna mark it. So I'm gonna just find me a spot that has nothing on it, no numbering or anything, which is right here. I'm gonna take a center punch and I'm gonna mark both. All right, good enough. Now we're gonna take all these loose. I don't know of a rule that says these have to go back in the same spot, but we'll do it just in case. All right. that up there. All right, now we can get into our ring gear, or our spider gears. Now, in here you have an Allen you got to take out. We gonna make that happen, Captain. Okay, roll pin. See if I got a toy. There's our roll pin we just took out. We can now push out our cross pin. Rotate. And everything comes out. All right, let me get this box open. I'll show you what we got and how we're gonna put it together. All right, guys, so this is our locker. Here's our center pin that we're gonna put back in, or our new one. There's not a lot to it. All right, guys, so once you have your gears out, or when you pull your gears out, be sure that this one stayed on. You have these shims, and in your instructions it's going to tell you not to use them, to use them. So make sure you keep that straight. Make sure they're out before you start reassembly. Okay, so with that all out, we are ready to put things in. Gonna start here. I've put some assembly goo on it to help hold it. We're gonna just slide it in. So on your pieces, on these pieces, you have a little spring and a plunger. I go in like so. Okay, so once you put them down in there, you have little pins and little holes. Push down, shove the pin in, it keeps it in place. Oh. All right, that's how you do that. So now that we got that done, I also put some goo on this. So you see where your pin runs through? You want the opening towards the teeth, because your axle shaft is going to come through, pick up, and ride on here. So now I'm going to fight to get this in here, maybe. Okay. This one goes in. Maybe. Try it on this side. I don't want to go in over there. There we go. And get it lined up. Push it up there to stick, hopefully. Now, when you put these in, make sure you put them in the correct orientation. Okay? Your pin needs to be able to go through, so make sure it's lined up that way. Now I believe I can pull my pins if my hands weren't greasy and slick. Now we'll pull the other two. All right. Now the next thing we need to do, now that we got that in there, is we need to test our clearances. So give me a second and I'll come back. I need to look up and see what they are, and then that way I can tell you. Okay, so we got to be between, when we do this, we got to be between 0.145 and 0.170. So I'm set up for the minimum. There we go. All right, good to go. We're snug, but we're there. All right, guys. Now that we know our clearance is good, we're going to rotate this. There it is. Take our pin, making sure we insert this in the right way. There we go. Get our holes lined up. Take our new pin.
It went right in.
Okay. All right. Only thing left to do is to put this ring gear back on and put it up, or put it in. Put this up here. I'm going to find my dot. There it is. Now I'm going to find my spot on here. Looks like it's right there. 3-ish. Oh. I'm going to get a couple in here, and then I'm going to go find my Loctite, and then I'm going to put Loctite on it. All right, so I got me some handy dandy blue. I know you should probably use red, but I'm not overly concerned with these coming out. And while I'm doing this, to save us time, I'm going to get my lovely assistant to look up the torque spec of the ring gear. These bolts will be torqued to evidently 55 foot-pound. And our caps, when we get to it, you said there's, what, 60?
50. They
are 60.
Is this one of those things you should build up? Like through the 25, nope. Then 50, or just straight up 50?
Nope.
Or 55. My bad, 55.
Put it on there, torque it to 55.
55.
Uh-huh. Well, first I got to tighten these up. Now, I got this set on 1. We're going to see, we're just running them. Oh.
You go the right way.
Yeah, we're just running them up snug. You brought me the 3/8 drive?
Yeah.
For a 1/2-inch drive socket. Good help is hard to find.
Do you want me to get you the 3/8 drive socket?
Yeah, that's fine.
Which way's this got to turn?
Tighten?
Oh, this one does adjust. Oh.
You got a set?
No.
55?
It's at 55.
Okay. Go ahead.
55.
Okay. We may have to put this in the vise. All right, yeah, let's do that.
I said it probably wouldn't hurt.
Let's do the right thing. All right, give us a second. All right.
Now with the next one would be, because we did this one, now this one, will you want to come this way? Like a star?
Yeah, do it like you're tightening a wheel. Okay, guys. So now we are ready to put this Bad Mama Jamma back in. We gonna bring the axle over here, or are we gonna take this over there?
Well, we got to torque it. I mean, it'd be easier to just carry it over there.
All right, so we're gonna change positions and then we'll show you how to put it back in. All right, guys, make sure you have your races on the correct side. And then there it is. Then make sure your caps are correct. This one has a 1 on it. There's a 1 right there. Number 2. Yep. Number 2 right there. Not that I can't figure out where number 2 goes because, well, there's only one other place. Alrighty. Alright, guys. So once you get all these down by hand, we are going to torque them to
60.
a whopping 60 foot-pound. So we're going to get it torqued down, and then we'll come back and tell you what we think about it. All right, guys. So that's a lunchbox locker, a torque locker, a Spartan locker, whatever you want to call it. Install in a Dana 30. It's not hard. The hardest part is if you have to, or when you're taking out your carrier, if it's wanting to struggle or not. We got lucky. It didn't.
Just slipped right out.
Yeah.
Almost fell out.
That was a little over exaggerated. I had to give it a good yank, but so as far as that axle's concerned, we've got some cleanup we want to do on it. We're going to double check our hub bearings and stuff like that. Maybe replace some U-joints so we don't have it all the way back together right now. That'll be later. You might see it in the video, you might not. If you want to, let me know. I mean, I know I've shown in previous videos how to do it, but I don't mind to show you again. But we're getting closer. It's one step closer.
Mm-hmm. We got something else done for that 2 to 4 conversion. So
yes,
we're getting there. It's just kind of slow on this one.
Anyway, that all being said, that's going to do it for us today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And if you could help us out, like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you all next Friday with something else. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.